Today we have some carbon fiber that we're going to install on the Triumph Trident 660. There's some custom carbon fiber parts for the radiator and the fender. This is from a company called Motocomposite. They're coming out of Canada, and it should be a pretty easy install, but let's go ahead and check it out. So mine was on back order because I wanted the matte black carbon fiber, but I believe if you want the glossy carbon fiber finish, they have that in stock and ready to order. I cannot wait to see how this looks. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks really nice. In one of my previous videos, you guys saw that I wrapped these with a 3M wrap, and I attempted to do my first wrap job. These holes were the most difficult part, and you can see there is some red peeking through there where the wrap is starting to peel back. So this carbon fiber will be much cleaner. The only tool that we're going to need for today's install is a T30 Torx wrench. Let's go ahead and remove this radiator cover. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just 2 screws, one on top and one on the bottom. So I'm going to use the washers and the screws off of the old radiator cover and put those in the new radiator cover and bolt it back on. Okay, so it seems like with the spacers, this is not sitting flush, so I guess I'm not supposed to use those washers. Let me try it without the washers. Yeah, so no washers on this one, just the screws. All right, so that was easy enough. All right, same thing for the fenders, that same T30 wrench, and we're just going to unscrew these 2 screws, one on the top, one on the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Once you get all 4 screws out, then you can remove the fender. On the inside of the fender, there are 2 more bolts on each side. It's a T20 Torx wrench. We're going to undo those as well. So you get that last screw out, you can just pop off this piece, which is the piece we're going to replace. And do the same thing on the other side with those 2 screws. Once you get these loosened up and you can get enough grip on them with your hand, you can just unloosen them the rest of the way with your hand. All right, we got all 4 screws off, and the fender pieces that we're going to replace. But you can see my wrap job was pretty horrible right there around the holes. It was all peeling and coming off, so carbon fiber is going to look much better. You can see the holes and the edges look perfect on this carbon fiber. This is actually a carbon fiber, complete solid piece of carbon fiber. This is not a wrap. The material itself is made out of carbon fiber, so much better quality. All right, we're just going to fit this piece back on there and then screw it together. Okay, we got that side on with those 2 bolts, and do the same thing on this side with these 2 bolts. And just like that, we got it screwed in. The 4 screws back on each side. And that's what she looks like. pretty good fitment. There is a little gap there where it doesn't sit completely flush, but I think that looks pretty darn sweet. I like it. Let's go ahead and put it back on the bike. We'll go ahead and put this fender back on, just the 4 bolts on each side. Well, that was a pretty easy install, but added a huge upgrade to the bike. A little bit lighter, it looks a lot cleaner, and yeah, I think I dig it. There's a lot of other parts by Motocomposite for this bike. This headlight bowl is one of them. You can get this in carbon fiber. The injection cover, you can get this in carbon fiber. You can get the key cover, this part right here, this whole plastic pops out. You can slide a carbon fiber key cover in there. You can get this entire rear tire hugger that's part of this splash guard and this arm right here, all in carbon fiber. And you can get the sprocket cover right here in carbon fiber. So there's a lot of pieces you can add to this bike now that are aftermarket complete carbon fiber pieces. Well guys, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. That really was an easy install. It was literally only 4 bolts on each part. Anyone could do it. So I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Trident content. Hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. It helps me as a YouTuber. And as usual, I'll remind you to get outside, stay hydrated, and keep on moving.